Today we're talking about conducting international business and why it is important. Many companies in America can only grow and develop and research by expanding globally. Some examples might be pharmaceutical companies and medications, the auto industry, and fashion designers, and of course technology. Foreign investment decisions. A direct foreign investment is one made by a company or individual in one country with business interests in another country in the form of either establishing business operations or acquiring business assets in another. An indirect investment, these are when companies of financial institutions purchase positions or simply stakes in companies on a foreign stock exchange. Companies make much of their decision to invest in foreign companies by the cost of goods sold, as it is a lot more complicated. Some of those might include the change in currency, loss in value, the language barriers, and also cultural differences. Funding of foreign transactions and investments. So the rest of the presentation will be regarding how the investments and transactions are funded. Exim Bank. This is the Export-Import Bank of the United States. This is an independent, self-sustaining institution. For the last 82 years, it's been open since 1935. It supports American jobs by financing the export of goods and services. Nearly 1.7 million American jobs have been kept in America in the last 10 years because of Exim Bank. It fills the gaps of the private sector in lending when private lenders deem investments too risky. Exim Bank might be a financier to those investors. They're very financially responsible, holding very prudent reserves to cover losses, and have a default rate of 0.266% as of 2016. Loans from a parent or sister. A parent company is one that owns enough stock in another firm to control management and operations. That smaller company would be known as a subsidiary. Now, a sister company is one with close affiliations to another company, often a similar product or service with a separate name and personnel, but both companies being owned by the same parent and are considered subsidiaries. Sometimes they will give loans. Eurodollar loans. The term Eurodollar refers to U.S. dollar denominated deposits at foreign banks or foreign branches of American banks. Now, by being located outside the United States, Eurodollars escape regulation by the Federal Reserve Board, including reserve requirements, not to be confused with euros, which is a type of European currency. Loans in Eurodollars are like a future contract for U.S. investors. The price moves in response to interest rates offered on U.S. dollars. So they are a way for companies to lock in an interest rate today for money it intends to borrow or lend in the future. A Euro bond. This is a bond issued by a foreign borrower in the currency of the country in which it is sold. So examples might include Yankee bonds. This is a U.S. dollar bond issued by a foreign borrower in the U.S. Samurai bonds issued in Japan and denominated in yen. Or Bulldog bonds. These are issued in the U.K. in sterling. So these are different than foreign bonds, since foreign bonds are issued in the currency of the country where it is issued, not the currency of the issuer. International equity is important. The most common of these are mutual funds. These are shares of companies which are headquartered outside of the U.S., such as BMW from Germany or Swiss Bank, the UBS, very common. I included a very important quote from Iris Greenberger, who's a financial expert. With many of the most attractive investment opportunities existing outside the United States, U.S. investors cannot afford to limit themselves to investing only in the domestic stocks. The United States no longer dominates world stock markets. In fact, its share of global stock market capitalization steadily declined from 2002 to 2007. Furthermore, studies have consistently shown that investing in a mix of U.S. and foreign stocks has produced better returns with less risk than investing in the U.S. equity market alone. Those same market stocks have, since 2007, begun to increase. I appreciate your time, guys. Hope you have a great day.